Hello everybody, it's Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we got into the city of Limsa, started taking our first quest, had a nice long conversation with Baderon, and an introduction to the Adventurers Guild, and some of the stuff about the Calamity and what has happened since. And then we went walking around the city, picking up various odds and odd missions and quests, and we've been working on finishing those up, primarily to get some money and to get some experience points, which is basically the first thing that any new player is going to be doing when they first enter the game. So it's kind of what the experience is going to be like if there are people watching who haven't actually played the game before. So let's go ahead and continue on with that. We actually have a quest we can turn in here with Janashim from the Bruguier Consortium. Let's go ahead and talk to her then. So you delivered the packages as I requested. Very good. I shall pass on the sister's sentiments to my superior. What manner of services did a dutiful sisters provide? Continue your stay in Limsa, and you'll likely find out soon enough. In fact, if you're confident in your abilities and comfortable with the unconventional, you might wish to approach them yourself. Experience, 95 gil, and that should actually level me up. Indeed it did. Alright, so we should be pretty much done here on the lower decks of Limsa, and we are probably ready to head to the upper decks. Which is another thing I did after last episode is I went around the city and grabbed up all the Aethernet shards so we don't have to attune to those anymore. There are only a couple that we hadn't hit yet. Alright. Lahono. Looks like you have something for us to do. Lahono needs help replenishing the Bismarck's larders. Okay. Beg your pardons, good madam, but you are an adventurer, are you not? I realize this is sudden, but we urgently need help restocking our larders. We are in the midst of preparing a full-course meal for soon-arriving guests, but I fear we are short on fresh lamb for the main course. I'd be grateful if you could procure 4 slices for us. I dare say it would be quickest to obtain these directly from the source. Wild lambs. In case you're unfamiliar with the creatures, I suggest you speak with Abilfar, a sentry stationed in Bulwark Hall just below the Drowning Wench. Okay, we will do that. Eventually. Where is this? I think it's inside here. And let's go ahead and talk to Letitia. Tax evaders among our patrons, you say? Goodness me. Log Assessor's Ledger. I dare say this may well put an end to their appetite, but this is in the best interest of the city-state. If any of the merchants named in this ledger come to dine with us, I shall see that Mielvan's gate is notified without delay. Get some potions and some ether. Good. I forget if I mentioned or not, because I tend to do that from now time to time, so that our character's outfit is changed. Because I have a bunch of subscriber rewards and pre-order bonuses and things like that that I have access to for my characters, and this was one of them. I think this was a subscriber reward, which is the Tantalus outfit worn by Zidane from Final Fantasy IX. So, I thought it looked pretty nice. Where are we going here? Where is this quest? Oh, right here. Letitia. We were just talking to her. Letitia needs someone to report a bilking patron. We spare no effort to ensure that all our patrons enjoy the finest food and hospitality, and so it is doubly hurtful when someone decides to leave without settling the bill. Neria Belago, a first-time patron, did just that. Dine and dash, huh? Rasushmo is the one who lovingly prepared the man's meal. She is quite upset by the whole affair and has taken upon herself to draw an illustration of the offender. Might I trouble you to deliver to the Yellow Jackets on our behalf? Rasushmo should be done adding the finishing touches by now. And I guess that's over here. Rasushmo. There, I poured my heart and soul into that grilled dodo. If I ever get my hands on that scoundrel, I grind his bones to make my bread. Here it is, my rendition of the criminal. Please deliver it to Godbert at the Coral Tower. He will know what to do. Alright then. Next on the docket is probably to head toward the 7th Sage, because there's a quest marker there. Licensed to Reeve. Morden. Morden would like to make you a completely legal proposition. Really? You want for coin, venturer? How'd you fancy working for the Kraken's Arms, one of the greatest pirating crews in Limsa? If you're interested, take yourself up these here steps to the balcony above and talk to Carvalane, our captain. Do right by him, and he'll do right by ye. Very well. Carvalane. Greetings, friend, and welcome to the 7th Sage, purveyors of the finest spices from the East. All of our products are guaranteed obtained through completely legal means. Oh, you do not seek spices, but employment. Well then, let us speak of how you might be of service to our organization. Our Misery returned from her latest voyage bearing exotic spices never before seen in Eorzea. I prepared 2 samplers, each of which I would have you deliver to certain individuals. First is for Grenade, whom you'll find at the Coral Tower. The second is for Master Linsgath, or Linsgath. Linsgath? The head chef of the Bismarck. And do make certain the right person gets the right set. Go now and return here once you have accomplished the task. And another example of a name that no one has probably ever attempted to pronounce who actually wrote it down. Right, we're going to keep heading into the Coral Tower here. Grenade. Welcome to the headquarters of the Yellow Jackets, the keepers of the peace in Limsa Liminsa. Is there aught I can assist you with? We have a sampler from the 7th Sage. A sample of spice, courtesy of the 7th Sage, you say? There is no mistake. This is fire sand, and the kind used by Garleans besides. Quite intriguing. Very well, we will consider placing an order. Oh, you thought you had brought me spice. I see you are not familiar with Carvalanisms. For the sake of convenience, he uses the word spice to refer to literally anything he has procured on the high seas. Lest you worry, the man is engaged in any activity that is considered piracy. Far from it. Think of him as a trader, a heavily armed one, who represents Liminsan interests in eastern lands. So, he's not a pirate, he's a privateer. Sanctioned piracy. You appear to have your own quest for us as well. Grenade seeks help with a growing problem in Liminsa. An alarming number of citizens have gone missing of late, though I suspect you've already heard the rumors. It is essential that we ascertain their safety. To this end, I have prepared a list based on reports from our citizens. Would you be so kind as to deliver it to my colleague in Bulwark Hall? Nedelica is her name. My thanks in advance, friend. Okay. Godbert, over here. I think we have a drawing for you of a Dine and Dash customer. What in the 7 hells is this supposed to be? Looks more like the prow of a ship than a man's face. Look, we'd like nothing more than to bring the offender to justice. 'Tis our duty after all. However, we will need a little bit more to go on than this piece of art. It would be best for all involved if Rasushmo were to come here and answer some questions. Please relay to her as much. Very well. And then here is our main story quest to visit the Marauders Guild, because that's what is right over here. It's in this list somewhere. Hello there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are you? Any axe worth swinging needs 2 hands on the haft and has a blade what can make short work of a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more, lass? Then why don't I give you the short version of the guild's founding history and we can go from there. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. It all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What, am I boring you? As I was saying, any tool in a ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits. And that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once the Galadian Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against Limsa's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no green-driven cutthroats neither. They were the warriors who had sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Think it over. Let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. I have a feeling I'll be seeing more of you soon, lass. Okay, so now we have another quest, and this one has the blue background with a little plus sign next to it, which means this is an important quest to do. So we're going to go ahead and do it, because this gets us to join the Marauders Guild. So, you've decided to swing an axe with the Marauders then. Yeah. Blauthoda wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Marauders Guild, which we absolutely want to do since that's the class we're playing as. Accept. Alright then, all that needs doing now is to speak with the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves up in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Wernozen's his name, or Wernzowen's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lass. Good fortune to you. Alright. Wernzowen. Here we are. Yes, I am Wernzowen, Axe Master they call me, not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries, we seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blauthoda, but once more I shall challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Are we prepared for carnage? There. Yes. Very well. Your name? Attend me well then, Ayame. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oftentimes be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let's waste no time in testing that edge of yours. Testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat, as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa Liminsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blade. Alright, we need to go outside the city and start killing things. Eventually. We're not quite done in town yet. We're gonna head this way. Now, we aren't always going to go after all the side quests like we're doing right now. We need to do it right now because we need the initial EXP boost. Because there are limits to how much you can do the main story quest. They have level requirements, so we want to make sure we get a nice head start. Rishushmo. So you've spoken with Godbert. Wahaha! Within the bell, the Yellow Jackets will have that swindling scoundrel locked in a dungeon cell, and then I'll take my filleting knife and... Godbert wants me to go to Coral Tower for questioning? But what more information does he want than my drawing doesn't already provide? Isn't a picture supposed to paint 1,000 words? Alright. Lingzath. A new sample from the Seventh Sage. Alright, let's have a whiff of it then. Ain't smelled nothing like it before. The note as came with it says it's a root what grows on Authard. Last I heard, Authard was under Imperial rule. How the 7 L's did Carvalhain manage to get hold of this? Any road, I reckon I can cook up something fresh and new with it. Thanks for the delivery, friend. And I think we're going to head back this way because now we have to turn that in with Carvalhain. Welcome back. It would seem both samples were rather well received, and this is in no small part due to our affable courier. It is unfortunate, but notoriety accumulated over the course of years does not fade overnight. There are many still who are hesitant to do business with savage pirates. Yet the old days of piracy have passed, giving way to a new wave of opportunity. My crew and I have decided to embrace this new wave. With the Admiral's blessing, we engage in a form of trade with Garlean ships. Everything we do, you may rest assured, is within the law. Oh, as I said, privateers. Alright. Guess we're going to turn in the main story quest with Baderon here as we pass through the Drowning Wench. There you are. Ayame, enjoy your jaunt around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourselves in Limsa Liminsa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now you've got some idea of what's where, you can start exploring the rest of the town, which we've been working on. You've shown a good ear for listening last. Stick with old Baderon and you'll go far. Alright, and yep, he has another quest, but it's red, so it's locked. And it requires level 4. We are level 2.5. So. We have another quest over here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. This person needs your help to prepare a treat for Baderon. These days, poor Baderon is so busy looking after others, he hasn't been able to look after himself. He deserves something for his efforts. Whenever he's in his cups and starts speaking of the old days, he never fails to mention Eorzea. It seems he and his mates used to eat the creatures on occasion. It's obvious he still has fond memories of that life, so I'm thinking a few Eorzea umbrellas might be something he'd appreciate. Could you help me by procuring 4 of them? If you're willing to help, speak with Glendale by the Aft Castle. She knows where various wild beasts congregate. Actually, we're already moving in that direction, so that's good. We got a quest down here, soothing the savage siren. So let's see. Okalkaya. Okalkaya has advice for adventurers headed to the missing member. If you're looking for a place to wet your whistle, Scrag, I would advise you turn and tail and run. Captain Hostwin's in no mood to be entertaining customers this eve, and even when she is, she ain't particularly good at it. Though maybe dealing with the customers the sort of shite what might shake her from her doldrums. But if you mean to venture inside the missing member, you best remember to pay your proper respects to the captain. Unless you ain't afraid to go missing, kneeling a 4 will be a good start. Okay, so this is going to show you how to do emotes. Alright, so we want to kneel before her, so it's slash... Oh-ho, so she knows her place. Good. If only the Krakens had the same sense of propriety. Bastards keep seizing every Garlean ship before we can take a crack at them. It's a sorry state of affairs when your crew is reduced to preying on the leavings of that mangy bunch of man-boys. Your younger self would be right disappointed to see how far we've fallen. Alright, we need to show her that we are disappointed. Which the other way to do it would be to make sure that she's selected, go to social, go to emotes, and bring up the emotes lists. I'm looking for disappointed. So you do know something of me pain, but your sympathy ain't worth more than a pint of piss. It's well and good we got the Admiral's permission to capture Garlean ships, but what's the use if you keep getting beat to your prey? We built a reputation reaving right off the coast of Vilbrand, not sailing a dozen malms into the bleeding sea. The few Imperial dogs found in Leminsa territory get snatched by Krakens hunting in open waters. I rallied my crew's spirits when I say we're reaving the old ways, but after all our struggles, they seem resigned to letting those bastards have all the fun. Let me do the rally. Huh, you trying to make light of my dilemma? Don't push your luck, Scrag, or I'll gut you with a hook, like a regular pirate. Wait, that's it? We're pirates, gods damn it, so we should think like pirates. Bugger keeping Leminsa waters safe. We'll raid supply shipments to the Garlean outpost along the coast of Aldenard. So bleeding simple. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Thank you for your unintended inspiration, Scrag. I think I'd almost said you fed to the sharks. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this one in. I gather the meeting with the captain went well. I could hear her cackling all the way out here. Whatever you did, thank you for doing it. Last thing we needed was her going on another rampage, ruining deck swabs and leaving us with less meat. Tain't easy playing by the Admiral's rules, but if anyone can find a way, Captain Rosewind can. Alright, we're almost to level 3. Alright, Clindrail. Batteren actually likes Aurelia umbrellas? Gods, I'd never even considered trying to eat one of those foul things. Nevertheless, if it's Aurelia you seek, you ought to find plenty by the river just past the Tempest Gate and to the east. Alright. I got one more quest over here to turn in. Nanza. A new boat for the Fisherman's Guild? Alright, yeah, we got a quest about that. I'm afraid now isn't the best time. You see, we have recently taken on a commission for a galleon. This task alone has all our hands full. Look, I'll see what I can do. The Fisherman's Guild is long been one of our best clients and will be loath to disappoint Sisapu. It may yet take a while, but I shall endeavor to have her boat ready in a timely fashion. We're gonna pick potions. There we are, level 3. Oh, and there's another quest here. Ananza has a simple yet profitable task for an interested adventurer. Are you in need of some trifling task to pass the time? Then I have just the job for you. Batteren is offering a reward to any adventurer who slays at least 5 wharf rats. There's no shortage of the pests lurking outside the Tempest Gate, so you should hurry and take advantage of this opportunity. Sounds simple enough. Alright, so we deliver the missing persons list to Nedelica in the Bulwark Hall, and then I think we are heading... Oh, we have one more quest we need to look at. That is... down in Bulwark Hall, okay. Take the crow's lift. Alright. So, you... Abilfar. The Bismarck wants fresh lamb, does it? Gods, I could go with a slice myself, fresh off the grill and dripping in its own juices. Sorry, friend, I haven't had a single bite to eat since my shift began. Any road, you can get lamb easy enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through the Zephyr Gate and follow the path east and south for a bit. You run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. Alright. And here's Nedelica. Welcome to Limsa Laminsa. If there's aught you would like to know, feel free to... you've got something for me, you say? A missing persons list. I'm not sure I follow. Let's give it to her anyway. Thanks for bringing me the list. I'll be sure to memorize these names. If any of the missing persons appear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk enter the city via the Zephyr Drift, which means they must pass through Bulwark Hall. That's why I'm on constant watch here and undercover, so as to keep an eye out for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long, I've become a pretty good judge of character. If there's shady characters sulking about, you rest assured I can pick them out. Alrighty then. So that should mostly do it. We can actually leave the city now. Alright, so let's head on out to Middle Lenosha and start killing things. Mapping the realm, middle Lenosha. Is that because I've already discovered all this on my other characters? I can't remember. Alright, so there is a wharf rat. It has a little icon above it, which means it is a quest target. So, let's get to it. We only have one skill down here, heavy swing. So let's use that. Slay wharf rats. Oh, little ladybugs. You actually kill 5 of these. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. Alright, ladybugs are next. Need to kill 3 of these. Oh, level 12 mossless Goobu over there. It has a little blue face icon next to it, which means it's not aggressive. So as long as we don't hit it, we'll be okay. If we do accidentally hit it, it will kill us pretty much instantly. So, don't want to do that. Level 2 little ladybug. Okay, and Way the Marauder down here. Let's see, Lost Lambs. Hey, level 4. Oh. That got us a new skill. Skull Sunder. Which by that little border around there means it combos off of heavy swing. But you can't even see that because it's off the screen. Just for a second. Let me just bring it over here just so you can see it. Heavy swing. Attack potency of 150. Skull Sunder delivers an attack potency of 100. It increases enmity with that additional effect when it combos. And also increases potency to 200. So it doubles the amount of damage it does when you combo it off of heavy swing. Alright. All the quests for the Lost Lambs are complete. We just need to get those Eorzea, which are over here. In the other section of Lenosha here. Lower than Lenosha. And wait just a second, there's a quest here. Broen Root. Brimstone has blocked Broen Root out of blind iron mines. Well, this time we've dug ourselves into a hole well and truly. Struck brimstone while shoveling through the mines, and now the rocks are rife with the reek of rotten eggs. The gas grew to be too much to bear. You will need this clear earth crystal if you're to restore the earth and plug the leak properly. Just mine the surfeit clouds brought on by the brimstone. Okay. Gas plume. Clear earth crystal. Use that. There are a couple more gas plumes over here. Uh-oh. We're level 6. We're doing fine. One cloud down. Miss? I think we may have missed. Alright. Let's wait for our health to recover before we try this again. Alright, clear earth crystal. One level 8 cloud. Oh, wow, okay. We're doing alright so far. Alright, well that's done. Not too difficult. Alright, Rowan Root. You dealt with your gas problem. Now that's a breath of fresh air. For many of the miners, a bit of brimstone is nothing to write home about, but I'm the one who has to write the letters when the gluttons choke to death down there. The prices metals command in the wake of the calamity will make us either rich or dead. I'm going to pick copper ring. Level 9 gear. Elegant bronze piece. Strength and dex, intelligent. We're going to go with the copper ring. Yeah, we can now accept the next class and job quest at the Marauders Guild, but we're not ready to do that yet. We haven't even turned in the first one. We should go slay those 4 Eorzea, and then we'll probably call this an episode. And as we can see, there's a bunch of quests up in this area. We're not going to worry about it just yet. Our target's coming up here. There they are. The Eorzea. down. Two down. There's 3 and 4. Alright, and we are done all of those quests. Let's go ahead and travel, return. Alright, we are back in the Eorzea Plaza in Limsa Lominsa, so we're going to go ahead and get these turned in, but we're going to do that next episode. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.